Hello, welcome to Let's Look At, the show where we take a look at things from the past, archive for the future. Today's episode, we are taking a look into the wonderful world of Peanut Snoopy's Town Tale, as we usually do. More specifically, we're taking a look at the Valentine's 2020 update. Now, this was before the world went to hell. If you know, you know. But before I do that, in January there was an update. It was small, and I figured I might as well do a little detour of looking into that. So it looks like this, pretty simplistic. It did have a bit of a story mode, which we'll see. There's some posts here, like basically an image of what items will look like. We got an item here that drops some gift cards, which is interesting, and of course here we also get some crafted items, which are new. Now, the other games they've done during this time, which I believe was, I want to say Goosebumps also had something similar to this around this time, so this is not new. Anyways, we'll jump into this. So this is taking place around January the 17th, so here we go. Sorry. So yeah, so this is a pack that kind of has items you can have, especially a unique building that drops you some of the items. And some of these items, I think the hats stay, but like the ski stuff I think is only for a limited time, and then of course you need this in order to craft those items there. But yeah, there's a unique quest right here. Look, Charlie Brown, snow is falling. Now we can go skiing. I've been waiting for this moment. It's going to be a great ski for fresh snow. Let's find winter clothes so we can get ready. While you do that, I'll take a nap. My winter clothes is from whatever. Yeah, so get some of the stuff there. And of course, this also means that they have some new animations, particularly only for this update. So it will be quite interesting to see how this turns out. Now then, while this is going on, I had to do the yawn, as you know. It is by law. Anyways, let's see this. So let me try this again. Where is it? Weird. Maybe Charlie Brown can do me something here. Yeah, so he can give me the codes. Yeah, so there's a bunch of ways that you can get me codes. Now, again, this has been so long, so I'm assuming that you can actually get some. There's a new new animations for this particular update, but I might be mistaken. Again, it's been like 5 years since this happened, so I don't know what's new and what. And Hellgear didn't record this because it's one of those, oh, it's not a main event, so I don't care kind of moment. Kind of like what happened with some of the other items in the past. Like short updates, so not every update got covered, unfortunately. So this is one of those that did get covered, which is fortunate. And oh boy, it's the meme song. All right, let's. I'm just gonna do a small one. I won't overindulge you with that one. I will keep it subtle. Right. So while this is going on, yeah, so this basically just showing you that there's some things here. Yeah, some skis. Ski stuff is new. The ski outfit, and then of course the equipment stuff there. And that is the new item in question. So this is exclusive here. So back in, I would say, so this update's kind of focusing on ski stuff. And what's interesting is that the Goosebumps one at the time was doing a New Year's thing, so it's like cars. That one was ridiculous for how they did this stuff, but yeah, as you can see, I wouldn't be 100% on this as far as me being able to do things, so yeah, it happens. So it's gonna happen, it happens. But anyways, I do have an animation that I did want to show off, which is new. So you need Snoopy for this one. I'll do this. There it is. I'm doing this, this here. Also, ignore the cutting the tree back behind there. I'm just getting something rid from the graveyard. Should be okay. I mean, it was damaged, but yeah, getting rid of it's They're doing a good job, by the way. It's interesting that they end up climbing up the tree and then slowly cutting it bit by bit, you know, so they had some security and all that stuff, which is unique to see them do stuff like that, but, you know. Anyways, here's them doing this animation, which is rolling the ball. Again, I'll try my best with this, but you get a good idea with it. Quite interesting. Anyways, so we got that done. Now then we do this. So this is one of those other items you can get. Of course, we have him doing the sneaking animations, which we've seen previously in the past before. But anyways, yeah. So again, it's just him sleeping and doing that again. So I don't think, I might be mistaken, but I think we don't actually get to continue with the quest. We might actually. I don't know. Oh god, it's like every time. It's only when I'm doing stuff like this is when I start to want to, like, up, time to go to bed, time to yawn, right? If I keep my mouth shut, I'm fine. And yeah, usually supposedly we would yawn to try to cool our brains down because it's overworking and whatnot, which makes sense. You know, that's why you're tired. You have to sleep so that way you can cool it down a bit. It's working too hard, you know, don't you know? And, yeah, so this is the last thing here. And then, of course, we have another pack, which kind of gives you this here. So, yeah, so unfortunately, it was a short thing, but it's quick enough to kind of show you what is there. Right, so anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead with our main event, which is the winter update, the actual Valentine's Day update. And what's interesting with the Valentine's Day update is that this actually has a unique theme towards it. Basically, the gimmick this time around is, hey, what if we actually did Valentine's during winter? You know, because it happens in February, and February is still winter time, so why not snow? Because most of the time when it comes to Valentine's Day, it's like, oh, no snow. So, for this year, they're like, nah, we're going to keep snow. So, makes it unique. So this is the first time they ever did this for years since they've done this. So there you go. Anyways, so why don't we jump into the game? This is going to be taking place on February the 10th. So let's dive in. So yeah, so here's the loading screen. As you can see, it is cute Valentine's Day items here. As far as okay. This is going to be a thing. At least this one will have a lot more themes towards it, and yeah, we'll go talk around from there. The next update episode should be interesting as far as what will go on, because for the most part, for the videos of backlogging, it's been mostly archiving the past update, how the events used to go. But nowadays, as you'll see in the future, they've changed that. So as you know now, it's like it's not as it is today, or it was back then. So yeah, 2020 changed a lot of things, and you can all thank Adams for that, because you know it made its profit by doing. Ooh boy, here comes the music. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so there you go. It gets a nice picture here. It's introduced a new character. I think her name is Linda. And the gimmick with her is that she goes with... Oh, by the way. Yeah, so this stayed behind for some reason. One thing about Linda is that the gimmick with her, she'll go with Lioness, but she keeps changing her name, and then she goes around and is like, well, aren't you a little old for me? Despite her being like, maybe what, a few months younger than him or something like that. It's like, oh, you're too old. Old man. Right? You never went with a girl like that. And supposedly someone said that she suffers with a condition where basically you keep changing your identity. I'm sure there's a term for that, but for the life of me, I don't know. So yeah, most of these items are from past events, or from Valentine's past events, right? And unfortunately, this is the first time I'm showing you Valentine. And so this is the newer stuff here. So this is new for this game. As far as the event stuff goes, is usually the ladder stuff here. Oh, except for maybe the dance floor. The dance floor I think was old, but here's the items we need. in order to get the prime prize, which is the love building. Which, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so let's do this. I think it's gonna be a very special Valentine's Day.
Why? Do you have someone to spend it with this year?
Because it's snowing. It means everything will be different this year.
You mean you'll find a new way to mess things up?
Yeah. Krabby being Krabby and Sat Sack being Sat Sack, of course. Yeah. Poor him. Yeah, so this is the Love Factory, I think. Let me just see what it's called, because I think that's what it is. Let's just see this. Oh, I'm sorry. Cupid's Workshop. It might as well be the Love Factory. This is where love is being made, baby. Yeah, so... There's a lot of things here. I love perfumes, love gifts, love in the box. I'm not sure what we need in order to do the scene in question and what it drops, but I guess we'll see that in quite a moment, because we'll be putting this down. And this is actually cool, like a little skating ring to go around and around in a circle. And yeah, we changed the boxes, so now it's with hearts, which is cool. We didn't get to see much of that in the past. Anyways, I agree with you, Charlie Brown. The snow makes everything feels different. Oh, and there's an animation. It's like a fresh white page of sheet music waiting for a song to be written. And this year, we can go skating for Valentine's Day. It will be romantic. Whatever the little red-haired girl likes ice skating. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It seems like everyone but me is getting Valentine's Day cards. Huh. Even Snoopy has a whole armload of them. These cards aren't even mine. They're addressed to the snowman in the yard. That's right, Sat Sack. Even the snowmen get more love than you. What was his name? Mr. Snowflakes or something like that? Yeah, so this is the lovely couple thing. And in the future, they would actually remake this item for her Oasis, but they'd change it to Sand People. So it's actually quite interesting that they kind of... It's actually a cute little design of the snowmen together and kind of like do this cute... You know what I mean? It's very adorable. I'll give it that. Now, we will get to see a little bit of Linda's quest line, so don't worry. So this is her pack, which we'll get to in a moment. I don't know when exactly we'll get to it, but we will get to it, so do not worry about that. And while we're at it, let's see here. So yeah, it is unfortunate that I didn't get to show you everything from my past stuff. Yeah, so you get to see this too, so kind of cool. Yeah, so like the items I'm showing you for Snoopy is the only things I record, so unfortunately I don't show you everything from the past, because again, the only time I was able to record stuff was probably around like near the tail end of 2018, because that's when I had a phone that actually had that program installed. And yeah, at the time I wasn't too focused on this particular game because I wasn't a big fan of it. Like, I kind of do it now out of necessity, right? But you have to understand, I kind of was recording this because I had this weird tendency when it comes to FOMO stuff, like when it comes to like holiday things, I'll record them, but when it's like main event stuff, like actual main content, I don't care about that. It's like, nah, who cares? I want the limited time things. Those are the coolest, right? I guess Helger was kind of the same way, in a way. But yeah, let's just see this here. Yeah, so we got a few unique items this time around. Hamster's sleeping again, this is a new one. I'm doing Cupid shots. Yep, shooting people in the face with arrows. Hearing cartoony screams at the end. It's like, yow! You know. We need a mailbox so that he can go and be sad that he doesn't have gift cards. And I don't think I have enough. Yeah, so I don't have enough things to put that down just yet. When I will show it, so don't worry. Do not worry, dear friends. I will provide for you. Do not worry. I will provide. Do not. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Again, part of it is me being sleep deprived, I guess, or I don't know. I've always seemed like I say that, but it's not really true. Yeah, but this is interesting because I believe this is the first Valentine's Day update I kind of focused on as far as the past Let's Look at content goes. And no. Right? Yeah, this is the first one. So there'll be a few more after this, but then that's basically gonna be it. So yeah, not a whole exciting stuff, but there will be one update that will have like green stuff, and then I think that's about it, because afterwards it's like, well, yeah, and this is her. She dances like this on the DJ thing that we got last year, which introduced Harold Angel, which is very odd, but it is, I guess, is how they go about this. And yeah, this is the first time we have the new art style for Easter. I mean, not Easter. That's what passed. I mean, when it comes to this particular update, which is Valentine's Day. Oh, I'm sorry, Valentine with a exclamation point, according to how this game presents itself. Not Saint Valentine, totally different. And this is her just eating her box of chocolate, and, you know, all that stuff and more. So supposedly, something I've learned from Helgear is that in Japan, they had something similar to this, where Valentine's Day is a holiday that the girls give the guys something. And the next month, which is, I think, White Day, is when the guys do in exchange, basically give the girls something back, right? So yeah, it's interesting that the roles reversed, but out of the whole, yeah, and this is what she does here, which is kind of cool. She draws a heart, and then it's like, oh, you know, the thing blows away. Anyways, yeah, so if you give somebody like a nice box of chocolate, that means that you really love them. But if you really don't like them, or you don't think they're friends or something like that, you give them raisins. It's just like, oh, oh God, that's sad, right? But yeah, supposedly that's something I've learned. So, and then this is Fifi doing the, you know, he loves me not, being a French poodle. I believe Helger also said that technically speaking, Fifi is owned by Polly. I mean, technically yes, because there's another poodle named Fifi in that episode, but it's not really the same Fifi from the movie. But they're like, screw it. So I guess, yeah, she's owned. And yeah, so this is what he does. He's like, and he sits down. And he's waiting. He's like, stands up, and then his heart breaks, and Sad Sack is born. I know, I'm sorry, I keep calling him that, but that's a fun meme. That's what he is. He's Sad Sack. That's what he does. Never a happy moment. Okay, so he gets the 2 hearts, and then we need the skate pack thing, so that's interesting. Anyways, yeah, so come back to the same dance music. I was hoping the little red-haired girl would send me a Valentine. He doesn't even know you exist. Even if the snowman can find someone to love them, surely I can. It's a little known fact that snowmen are very romantic. Yeah, sure, okay, sure, Snoopy. Sure. You say that now. What would you like for Valentine's Day, Schroeder? Nothing in particular. Maybe some new Beethoven piano. Are you sure you wouldn't love a lovely box of chocolate bar? No thanks, I'm not really that hungry. If you were romantic, you would have a better appreciation. Appetite, or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, blah 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 blah. Have crabby, be crabby. Or eating chocolates. I don't know what it is. Let's look at the find out. Can we move away, please? Sorry, Oaf. I don't mean to be mean, but yes, that's just her eating chocolates. But as you know, it doesn't count because I love that. Fine, if you don't want the chocolate, Schroeder, I'm gonna eat it then. Why does Schroeder like me? All I am being mean to him. You should know it means I love him. It's that meme. It's just like kids when they, like, you know, hit people or whatnot. It's like, why are you bothering me? It's like this weird way of saying I love you. It's just like, what? No, that's not how it works, you stupid kid. But whatever. Whatevers. I am happy that people are watching these, which I guess is cool, especially since it's on the second channel, which is like, you know. And the only reason it's on the second channel is because, again, it's very sloppy content. It's not fully completed as far as like full things go. And because of it, I'm not really putting a lot of effort. Like, I am putting some effort to it, but not a whole lot of effort, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not really that, like, oh, I need this, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, and I love this, too. So they actually animate, which is kind of cool. What do you mean I can't play? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, look at this. Look at the cool lights, and then it's just layering on top of layering on top of one another. So let's have them do the dance. Yep. And this is interesting because that's from the movie that Peppermint Patty and Pigpen actually danced, which is fun. Let's dance, which is nice because this is with her and Charlie Brown and Harriet, which I think was last year, which like Helger was like, good for them, you know. I got him dancing with you know, This Is Friends. Another one with Friends with this Freya. There's another couple. Oh yeah, this one from last year, but it's now with their new animation, on their new skin decoration, you know what I mean? Like the drawing version, versus the 3D art version. Hark I say hark, and then Held Angel sings. And then it turns out that was actually real, where like the random kid comes over, is like, "Hi, is Sally? Hey, is Sally there? I'm Harold Angel. I want to say I'm sorry." It was just like, wait, you're real? She wasn't lying. And I love it too because I think I mentioned this before, because she screwed up and it's like, hockey sticks. Yeah. Again, it's charming for what it is, but it also is like, not for me. You know what I mean? And now I'm reminded of that meme. Call an ambulance! But not for me! God. Anyways, yeah, so now everyone's now everyone can be dancing, despite that weird layering issue, man. That sucks. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. That's much better. So now we get to see them dancing properly a bit. Well, kind of, but you get the idea. Yeah, so we have Schroeder, and then we have the usual 4 suspects, and then our new character. So interesting. Yeah, it's also very interesting how this game started off with actually having Peanuts licensed music, like, you know, the Lucy and Linus song that everyone knows, like do 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 do, you know, that one that's copyrighted, and then another copyrighted jazz song. And it's only until I want to say this game I don't know, as soon as Activision left and Pixar had his own thing, they ended up changing the music to be copyright free but also sound like Peanuts, and they ended up having like 4 different versions of the song, which is cool. So yeah, so that's why it feels so different. Unlike their other games, which is basically just you have the one track, at least they went ahead and was like, nah, you get 4 different tracks, right? Adams were interesting because they kind of have different theme songs depending on the subject matter. Goosebumps had 2, and they had one other one that for a special occasion for a Halloween update, which I showed off. And yeah, and also, by the way, if you wanted to hear these music, I believe someone did upload them onto a channel, so you can actually hear that off. But I could also upload it myself too, but honestly, again, very simple content, and I believe someone actually ended up doing that regardless, so it's like, meh, you know what I mean? It's not that bad. Yeah, so I'm trying to look for a character right now. Oh, right, so he needs another dance stage so that he can dance with you-know-who. And I think I ran out of the room, so I was just like, I had to put it somewhere, like, yeah, fine, I'll put it here. They can dance all by themselves. Right. Oh, she's busy too. That's great. What, eating chocolate? Let me guess. Yeah, anyways, we should probably get this pack, right? Oh, maybe in the future. Oh, so I get this chocolate thing down, but I need cards, so that sucks. So now we bought the pack. on the 13th. So 1 day before Valentine's Day officially. So that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Anyways. But if you keep on wondering why I say it like that, it's because it's supposed to be Motor Mary or something like that. Some woman in a motor scooter who just records herself. It's like,
Sir, please stop.
it's like, and every time she's in like distress, it's like, oh, that's cool. That's funny. Yeah, so Linda. Hi, my name is Linus. May I sit with you and eat lunch? I don't know. When were you born? I was born in October. I was born in December. Aren't you kind of old for me? I'm like, jeez. Yeah, a few months old. Wow, okay. What if he was, like, all earlier? It was like, oh, are you too young for me, right? Maybe he's not born the same age. You don't know that. Yeah, so this is their little animation of them talking while she's eating food, I guess, or just have lunch with her, I guess. Yeah, so this is what they do. And I need this. Dog tags for some reason. Okay, cool. I love how in that area, like some areas with the items, they're still like has greenery around them when the winter time comes around. But as soon as like winter goes away, only the one area has like non-winter stuff, and it kind of feels like it's more personalized. You know what I mean? But it's just me. Anyways. So this is where the mess starts to become more available. Now you're like, oh, so that's why everything's shaped the way it does, because I just put them all over the place whenever I can, because God forbid I can't afford to get land expansions, so I try my best to do what I can and put it when I can. And by the way, I actually got more land, so that's kind of cool. And that's it, cool. Oh, yeah. Got a cool date pack. Oh, yeah, the other thing, too. This was only, like, for 2 weeks, but then they ended up expanding it for, like, another 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, because it was, like, something, and they made a big deal about it. I was like, oh, by the way, this is leading into March, which is like, well, that's cool. Right? Yeah, mind you, I keep on saying that word, so I do apologize if you're kind of bothered with me and my vocabulary skills not being the greatest at the moment, but I'm kind of rambling on. Well, that's a new... Okay, that's cool. Seeing him running away like that, that's very odd kind of picture to take.
I can't believe Schroeder didn't want these bonbons. I guess that just leaves more for me to eat.
Pig. Yeah, oh well. That's why he doesn't love you, because you eat too much. New girl Linda is sitting beside me in class now. Do you like her? I'm not sure, but it's awkward meeting someone on Valentine's Day. Why don't you invite her to the new skating rink around with the group? Yeah. Or Lida. I think it's Linda, but it might be Lida. I don't know. Again, I am not good with names. English language, when it comes to names, are stupid. Jalapenos, pterodactyls do not sound like what they spell, which is dumb. Very stupid. That's what I mean. Anyways, they're dancing. Look at me moving my body up and down like a moron. Alright, so you get a quick look at that, but yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. And then this is them doing this, which is like, here, have a gift box. Oh, cool. Here you go. Oh, thank you. Here you go. Oh, look, it's a nice music box. That's cute. Alright. I think that's part of the thing. Oh, yeah, and then Woodstock does his dance. Oh, no, he doesn't dance. He just makes music. Weird. Why does he put that animation on top of there? I don't know. You get a nice thing you can get. That's cool. Alright, so now it's on the 21st. And, what am I doing now? I decided to tie a pink ribbon around all my love letters, Linus. See, I already have a ribbon, but I don't have any love letters. Would you like to go skating with us today?
What does that have to do with my ribbons?
Oh, you dumb. I'm sorry. You child, is what I should say. The new ice rink is open. Let's go try hand skate. Linda's coming. Let's go, Schroeder. It'll be fun. Invite the little head girl, but she didn't reply. Yeah, sad sack. That's just how life goes. She just didn't get her letter because God hates you. The almighty Beagle God despises you, Charlie Brown. So says Sparky himself. You must be sad. That is the name of the game. You and never, and this is them doing love letter cards change, which is cool. Keep changing the cards, which is interesting. Yeah, they keep giving their cards back and then giving the cards to another. It's I don't know whose card is whose. Like, I'm assuming it's from, like, if the colors is who they're from. I'm assuming. Anyways, getting close to this, so don't worry. Don't worry, folks. We're getting there. Eventually. Eventually we'll get there, but not now. I'm sorry, the song. What's your name now that we met? Today's my name's Linda. Last week I called myself Rebecca, but I also like to call Rachel. I just wrote your name down as her. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if I missed the storyline, but name is Lydia. I don't care if it's Ophelia. Tomorrow I'll be, and then I grow, well, my name's change. I think maybe so will my desk. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Yeah, so again, I don't think I've missed anything out. Oh yeah, and this is the other thing. Oh, I love this too. She's calling him, but he's right over there as well, so that makes no sense. So she's calling, is like, hi Linus, and Linus is right over there. That makes stupid sense, but yeah, logic, right? And they got a red love choo-choo train, cool. They end up reusing that train a bunch of times. Like, there's one for Easter, and yeah, whatever. It's a whole bunch of nothing. Alright, so we are getting closer to this getting wrapped up in a bit, but we still have some stuff to go to. Like, for example, having the animation for the ice rink skiing, whatever you call it. So we do get to see that, so don't worry. We will get to see this. That apparently I actually got done, so that's actually kind of cool. But, anywho, let's just see this here. What do I want to do? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so this is where I get everybody down. Do. There we go. So this is what they do. They skate in the middle. Charlie's like, whoa! You know, being a goof. But, yeah. And now we get to the last day of April. No, actually, this is not the last day of April. It's the 28th, but I think it's one of those years where it's a leap year, so I think the 29th is around. And I think they've already made the announcement that they've extended it. Maybe? I don't know. At one point, they do tell you that they extended it for a bit longer, so that was cool. Keep saying that. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Anyways. Yeah, so it was a leap year. I love the little yay, like the stupid noises that the things make. Yeah, so I gotta do this again for some reason. Why? I don't know. The game just, you know. I need two of, that's why. I need two of them. That's stupid. Anyways, the Joe Agath pack. So if you don't have Joe Agath back in the summer, you can get him here now because they add him as a permanent character. Don't you know? So now this should be done. Okay, cool game. Yeah, nice, thank you. I had more fun with the little redhead girl than I was skating with us. Are you sure you sent your note to the right address? Dress? Oh no, I gotta put the address in the envelope. Arrgh! At least now you don't have to be embarrassed by falling from her. Yeah. Oh well, sad sack has always failed again. That's why that's why your god, Charles Schultz, hates you. Can't believe I forgot to put the address. If I was so careless, I would have escaped with the little redhead girl. We could have held hands in a couple skate. If you pan her out and it's not too late for me to shoot her with a love arrow. Yes, with by the way, like in his profile picture, it's like with little plunger things. But like in most cases, it's like those love arrow hearts, but with a pointy stick. So it's like shoots them, stabs them in the butt, and it's just like, then they just fall in love for some reasons. Because, you know, why does Cupid do that? Like, why baby Cupid? Like, I don't understand that. I don't know where the mythos came from all this honky, right? Like, with St. Patrick, at least I understand with his lore why he became a saint and what his whole deal was. But for St. Valentine, no. I don't know who the hell that guy is. Even YouTube doesn't know who he is. But, you know, Patrick, yeah, they know him. They make him as a whole thing. Also, for some reason, they also have a fictional character from Goosebumps also be mentioned, which is really weird. I don't know why, because he's not that special, but they did anyways. Alright, give him a kiss. Arrgh! Just smack. Arrgh! You know, Krabby being Krabby. Yeah, so this is when they extended it. Now, Helger actually did cover this update, so he actually goes in depth with the whole, yeah, they've extended the time and all that stuff, so they made the post on their socials, so that's something there. But yeah, anyways, I think at some point, yeah, so we got this now. A cube. That's cool. The dance cube. You could get the dance cube. Anyways, yeah, so you got some of the stuff here if you need this, but nah. Anyways. Today I'm calling myself Ophelia, Linus. Why don't you call yourself a taxi? It's an old joke. Did you get it? Speaking of old, aren't you kind of old for me? Oh my god. I can't stand it. Why are you with her then? Do you fall in love with the first time you saw me, Linus? No, you didn't impress me that much. How do I feel when I look at you now? Well, when I twist around like this, it sort of hurts my neck. Hold still, I'm gonna hit you with my notebook. Ah, God. God, the humor, man. Sometimes it's charming, and other times it's just like... Oh, you know what I mean? You know, right? Yeah. So, it should be ending pretty soon, just because, you know, it'll be stupid that this goes past St. Patrick's Day, because that's on the 17th, and we're going into the 9th now, so, you know, just saying. But yeah, we're getting close to doing this, so, yeah, so now, maybe next Valentine's Day will be different with Cupid on my side. Thank goodness I have the best dog in the whole world. I'm just doing my job as Cupid, but you're welcome, I guess. Yeah. Don't want to be, you know... Did you have a good time skating with me, Schroeder? Sure, I guess it was okay. What could you have been better? You got to skate with me! Riding my piano while the skaters would have been the more enjoyable. Oh my god, why don't you marry your piano? Why don't you marry Beethoven? Go to his grave and make out. This is so stupid. Like, he's so Flanderized, right? It's like, oh, Schroeder likes playing piano because he revitalizes Beethoven. That's his stick. That's his gimmick. That's what he does. That's who he is as a character. That's all he loves. Everything else? Nah. He doesn't love anyone else but Beethoven. Why don't you marry Beethoven then? I amuse myself sometimes with the stupid humor that comes up with this. And I think I'm at this point where I'm trying to get as much of the items I want out before it's done. I believe some items are new because they've changed it to be winterized. So I think that should be... Yeah, I'm trying to debate what I want. I think I only have so much money as far as points go. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like for example, this. Oh no, not this, but you know, it's one of those things like, maybe. I do need that. I think at some point for. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So like this here. Yeah. So because of the fact that it's see-through, the snow is on the background instead. So that's kind of cool. They combine a bunch of items together to make one item. So it's very weird. It's like a scene weird. I don't know what I mean. I'm rambling on. Don't bother me. Alright, so I got a bunch of this stuff here too to get rid of. So we'll get that done. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, when in doubt, sing the music when you don't know what you're doing. When you do know what you're doing, you know. Anyways, yeah. So I'll put this down. I believe we need this in order for them to do their animation. And yeah, because they have one more animation. And then yeah, remember this. So this decoration was one of those weird items, but I'm putting it down because when Goosebumps had their first Valentine's Day update, they used that building as the crafting station, but they've aged it up to kind of make it look creepy. Like, you know, it's like all old paint breaking, and you know what I mean? Like, it looked like it's been kind of abandoned, you know, because it's just like they're reusing assets, but it does make it a little bit creepy to kind of fit with the Goosebump vibe, which is like, you know, you just put the cherry on top of it. Then we got this. Put that down, because I'm trying to put as much items down before the event ends officially. Yeah, because I got a few things done, but not a whole lot done. You know what I mean? Anyways. It's kind of interesting looking at some of these items and seeing them return or been put into the other games that they've had, and kind of go, oh, so that's where it was from, and they kind of rechanged it slightly, so I'll be like, oh, I see what they did, right? Yeah, so got some colored lights, which is cool. I believe this was like from last year, because last year was more of a dance kind of thing. Not the fear, like every update they have them dancing, but last time it was more themed around the dance, I guess, you know what I mean? Hopefully you do, because otherwise this would have been very, like, you know, for naught. Me trying to use up all my points. I have 25 left, so what else can I buy with such little points? I think that's about it. Oh, no, wait. No. I guess I could put this down. I guess this will do it, the candy fence. Maybe. I need to go get it. Yeah, because there's nothing else I can do. Yeah, because everything else is too dang darn expensive. Oh no, I could do a love fence. Okay, I could do that. So there you go. Because that's it for now. If I can get more stuff, that's cool. Otherwise, oh well. I did what I did. I did what I could. And that's it. That's all you could do. That was embarrassing. Could have gotten into a club. Also, it was very odd night. The music just sounded like a phone ring. Phone ringing. Stupid dog. It's good to see you all here looking sharp. It's a little Cactus Club humor. Oh my god. You and your jokes, man. Yeah, so this is what he does. And yeah, so now, a few hours later, event ends. And this happened. Better luck next time. But what's this? This is the St. Patrick's stuff here. I think the reason why this was the case was because of, remember when they decided to extend it? I think that's why. So yeah, so now we know next update is going to be St. Patrick's, and it's going to be Joe Rich Kid. So, of course I put this down because why not? You know. So, there you go. I got this for cool. So now I got the Love Skyscraper, which is cool. And, yeah, that was the Love Day update. It's sad that we didn't get to see the, oh, you failed at skating, you dropped dead. Oh, poor Linus, he's sad because he didn't get a Valentine's Day card or something like that, something dumb. But, you know, anyways, that's it for now. But yeah, that's the Valentine's Day update. Hopefully you enjoyed that with what little I actually got done. But, you know, it is what it is. But as you can see, you got a sneak peek at what the next video is going to be about. We're going into St. Patrick's Day and with Joe Rich Kid, one of the other second antagonists in the series of sorts. Yeah, apparently the series of antagonists. One of the first ones is Joe Agath, and another one will be introduced in the near future when I do cover these. you'll see in a moment's time, but not now, because this is where we're going to be done. Can I speak? And that will do it for this episode. See you next time for some more videos from the archives.